Some of my favorite people in town are in my studio right now, and I'm so glad that they're back. Thomas and Tim Held are here today. Hi, guys. How is it?
Kelly.
Glad that you're back.
Yeah.
I've been kind of trying to give people some updates, and I replay our interview a lot about the bullying that's happening in the schools, because I'm not letting go of that. I will not. Thomas is a good friend, and I don't want to see it happen to him anymore, but he's just an example of one of the people that it happens to, and it's just too much. And I wanted to let you guys know that after you were featured in
Jesse Cohen.
Okay.
Yep.
Somebody saw that, heard about it, and this person wrote me a letter.
Oh.
And he thanked me for having you guys on the show to tell your story, because he said this has to stop.
Yes.
He says he was bullied as a child. His wife was bullied as a child. I believe he said his children were also. And he said it's just unbearable. So he was really thankful that you guys came on and you're doing what you're doing. Because Thomas, being so young to take this on is a big deal.
It is, and we're very proud of him.
Yeah. So keep us posted on the Hero, which is really neat. We do want to tell people there is a Hero program.
There is. We found one with your help.
Yeah.
And I have contacted them. It is an organization. It's called antibullying.org. And they have a Hero program in place that comes into the schools with an assembly. And they have specific programs that they help the school initiate.
Okay.
And I have been in contact with the Sartell school, and they are very welcoming to the idea. And we're actually sitting down with the principal of Sartell Middle School, Mr. Stumpf, tomorrow afternoon to discuss how we can implement this program.
And I appreciate knowing that the staff there really does. They really care. They don't want this to happen either.
Yep.
And so it's really neat that they're going to do that.
Yes.
It's super exciting. So yes, let's take a big chunk out of that. And then we just got to basically stay on top of it. So it's because you guys got this started, though, that we're taking a look at it and people are taking it seriously.
And it has to start somewhere.
It has to start somewhere. So we were going to talk about the polar plunge today.
Oh, and it's perfect weather for it.
Thomas, do you like cold weather?
Yeah.
Doesn't bother you too much?
If I'm not wearing a jacket.
Yeah, but you're smart enough to wear a jacket. But now when you're talking about a polar plunge, you're talking about in water without a jacket?
Yep.
So you're going to do this?
Yeah.
So how did you come up with the idea that you were going to do the polar plunge? Is there a specific reason why you're tied in with the polar plunge?
Well, I've heard of the Special Olympics. They were raising money for that, and I wanted to support these kids because I'm guessing they get bullied too, and I wanted to raise money for them to be able to do this.
Do you ever think sometimes that these things have happened to you because you're such a smart person and because you're brave enough to do something about it? Like sometimes we learn from the most worst experiences in life to do nice things for other people.
Yeah.
You ever think so? Maybe you were picked because you're an angel here on earth. You ever think about that?
Yeah.
I think you're right. So this is awesome. So is it Special Olympics?
Special Olympics.
Okay.
And the idea was first given to us. I would like to bring light to the St. Cloud Police Fraternal Order of Police.
Yes.
Nate Johnson, deputy, and Chad Memkin visited our home just before Christmas.
Okay.
They knew that we've had a tough year, and Tom's had a tough year, and they adopted our kids, so to speak.
Nice.
And brought Santa over and showered them with some beautiful gifts. And we were visiting, and Thomas, I believe, was outside playing with some of the kids afterwards, and he didn't put his coat on, and one of them said, "Hey, you know what? Tom should do the polar plunge." And Tom is very close with a lot of officers with the fraternal order. And we decided, why not? And Thomas talked about these kids, and I told him, a lot of them have Down syndrome, and that they were, he said they were probably teased too. And, and I said what the polar plunge was all about, and he jumped on board, and we started a page, and it's taken off, and we're just happy as all out.
So how does this work? I mean, if people say, gosh, this is great, not only is he just, starting something here for the kids that don't, have all of that on top of what could be happening for the bullying, but now we're working with the Special Olympics. So that is that's what you guys are behind. And if somebody wants to say, hey, I want to jump on board, be behind Thomas, be behind this kids for Special Olympics, how do they get involved?
The Polar Plunge has a website, and I believe it's polarplunge.mn.org.
Okay.
And you can look at there's multiple different teams in this area that are going to be doing the plunge. And you can look up a person by name. You can type in Thomas's name or anyone of that sort. And
I'm just seeing if I can find it while I'm here.
You can donate to any person or team that is willing to take this plunge.
That is really okay. So is this going to be happening on the 17th?
Yes, the 17th in St. Cloud, and I believe it's going to be held at the 400 Club on Pleasant Lake.
Oh,
not 100% of that yet.
Yep, that's what it says right now.
Is that what it says? Yes.
400 Club. I played music out there before.
Yes, they apparently have the coldest water around, so that's why they chose it.
That's a good idea. That's a good place to go. Okay, so people could go to www. It's like plungemn.org or polarplungemn.org, either one. And then you'll be able to click on St. Cloud and you'll be able to find the location. Plunge time is going to be at noon. It is going to be at the 400 Club. It's at 25958 Lake Road in St. Cloud. They also have directions there if you've not been out to the 400 Club. The pre-plunge check-in, I think is like a Friday evening from 3 to 6 p.m. at St. Cloud State University Centennial Hall. I'm not really sure about how all that works. And then the day of the plunge check-in is from 10 a.m. to noon that day at the 400 Club. So if you just remember the 400 Club, if you want to participate, get there between 10 and noon. But the plunge is going to be happening at noon. And so that's going to be a really neat thing. And Thomas is going to be there plunging. So if you can't be there, but if you would like to participate by making a donation to help Thomas and Tim with their Special Olympics goal, that would be great. Did you already set a goal of how much you wanted to raise?
Well, that's interesting you say that. We did set a goal at $150. And thanks to the donation of a very special person this morning, that has been surpassed. So
wow.
I believe we're going to have to probably...
You're going to have to raise the odds a little bit.
Yeah, raise it up a little bit. So.
Oh my gosh, that's super exciting. But I mean, when you get somebody that really stands up for things that are happening in the community, people like to get behind it.
Yes, they do. And it's such a wonderful cause.
I was just seeing if I can find him. There he is. Thomas Held plunging. Yeah, and it's fun to be able to see. It says, oh, he's an overachiever. This is fantastic. So, yeah, if you would like to help out, I mean, you're going to be doing a lot for not just their cause and people's, good vibes that you're going to be sending out there. But yes. How do the donations actually go to the organizations that you want to help? How does that happen?
I am not the
expert on that.
with that. One of our friends that was going to join us today worked all night last night, and I don't believe he was able to come in, and he's the guy with all the answers on that. But I think you could probably find a lot of it on the website. Yeah,
and how it works. It does talk about it. Again, it's polarplungemn.org. It's presented by law enforcement, and basically you can donate like online. So you could actually click, there's a button right here that says donate. You can go in and make the donation amount that you want. So if Thomas was the person that you were wanting to donate to because what his goals are, you can simply make the donation. Any donation amount is going to be going right to that organization is my understanding. So just so people know kind of how all of that works. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for inviting us.
All right. Good luck. I hope you don't get too cold. Don't freeze your fingers and toes, okay?